Okay, so August 29th, 2020, back outside. So, I don't know, people. I don't know. Honest God, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, there's my son's room. Stop that. I don't know what I'm doing. I got this beautiful gate. Isn't that nice? It will have to be painted again, but... So I think I'm going to take this gate, and I'm going to run it. Because this post is already in the ground. So I'm going to run this gate this way. So we'll get that started so we can kind of guesstimate what we're doing here. I don't know what it will do to this, but it should be fine. Clear out at least a third in here today, little by little, right? But you see this shelf right here? I am going to pull everything out, and then I'm going to, I don't know, people, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm faking the funk here. Do you see? I can level it out a fair amount, and then this, the reason I have this is because I want to make a little place for fish to hide from the raccoons. Right, so if you look here, do you see? Actually stick your hand there. Right, here's another one. And this one you can go down deep. All you'd have to do is when you lay the pond lining, stick the pond lining in there with a few rocks, and it should be enough. And then when I get little fish, I'm just going to get little goldfish. They can hide, right? So what I'm going to do, I mean, it's going to be a chore, but that's okay. It's going to be nice once it's done. And it really does teach Andre how to do these things. You see how I buried in those? Well, here, I think I'm going to level it out by 2 feet. Go down. And then bury that into the wall. Right. Or I could go, and we'll see. Do something. Okay. Being that I'm being gang stalked, I'll probably have cameras in my yard that I don't know about it, people. Seriously. Well, with the Wi-Fi and all that shit, it's bad enough I got energy weapons going through my yard. Now I've got people installing cameras to spy on me, I'm pretty sure, as they creep my yard at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like the good old days. Right? Bum rushing ShaMay. This gang stalking with me is nothing new. This is the shit ShaMay went through. Yep. Look at that. Now you're wondering, how does she have that? Well, some people would see this junk and would have chucked it out a long time ago. I've been hanging on to it for this reason. Only I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Like I said, just faking the funk here.
Some are already broken. See?
That's a nice one. That one worked out really nice.
Yeah, because I have to...
Yeah, and you notice how you gave it one good whack?
Yeah.
That's why. You let gravity work with you. Uh-huh. That's what the force of gravity, right? With, oh, I don't know, trajectory that creates a form of velocity. That gives it just the round of... All right.
Okay, it's on.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Laying down cement?
Yeah, well, we're not laying down cement. We're working with cement.
I mean, working with cement.
Yeah, we're putting on a trim on our rails. Well, I don't know. We're putting it. See, I'm a seamstress, so
Kind of
it's kind of like a puzzle, but being that I'm a seamstress, anything when I'm decorating something becomes a trim, like a sequins. So I don't think in mortar terms it's called a trim, you know, in terms of bricklaying and all that. But we're decorating. We're decorating our
pond.
Well, no, this is Nana's trying to make it raccoon proof. I'm trying to keep the raccoons out, right? You know, I want fish. You know, the raccoons, they get in there, they'll swim around.
What about the little pond then?
Well, the little pond is different. I'm not too worried about the little pond, right? That's
Can we put fish in there next time?
This one here, we can, you know, you can actually have fish that can live a very long time in here because it's big enough. It's going to be big enough, right? It'll be nice, right? You know, we might even get a duck one day. Only you don't want ducks moving in because they kind of pollute the water. But it would be nice to have a duck visit. A couple of mallards visit us.
Mallards?
Mallard ducks?
Uh-huh.
You've seen them before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have too many places to just
I saw one at the park once.
Yeah.
There was no water there.
No, with all the building, they're taking away all the little land and everything, right? So anyway, this is we're going to be adding this brick trim.
Which I smashed.
Yes, you did. Well, you didn't smash it. You broke it off.
I wish I said broke it off.
Smashing is different. Okay, what Nana's doing here, that's smashing. That's called smashing.
Or
Okay,
yeah, I was breaking them off.
Yeah, you broke them off. That's right. That's what you did.
Now it's just smashing.
Well, I'm breaking up the little bits of cement because it started to get solid, right? So, okay, you can turn it off and we'll be back.
Okay, but
Okay. Just taking a break for a minute. So, do you see this? The thing about growing trees, people, is trees can get naughty. Naughty trees. like naughty little boy or a naughty little girl. You know, somebody's being naughty. Well, trees can be naughty too. Because what they like to do is they like to bust out through the pot and find a way to get into the ground. That's all it takes. And once they get in the ground, that's it. And they spring. Look how this is a Norway maple. It's found its way. You can see how small the pot is. They don't mind living in a small pot. However, they appear to be like walnut tree. Once they get into the ground, they just spring to life. Okay. Now this has gotten quite large. Simply because it's in the ground. I'm going to see if I can, what do you call it? Dig it up today. Transplant it into a different pot. Now the thing about Norway maple is their leaves are very, very, very good for mulching the ground. And if you bury their leaves, what is it, 12 inches deep with 6 inches, so you go 12 inches deep, add 6 inches of these leaves when fall comes, which I have a big tree over there, throw your potatoes in, throw in another 6 inches of leaves that are falling off the tree, cover up it with some dirt, and then come spring, the potatoes will go through it and they'll grow, and the mulch will feed the dirt. So, right? Or you just blend it into your dirt. So I always feel very lucky to have the Norway maple for that purpose. Although it's a nuisance plant, well, nuisance tree, in some ways, because it drops those little parachute things, and this tree is full of them because it's a fully mature tree. And this is a very prolific tree. It reproduces very fast. So I have these growing all over my yard, and I find them in the oddest places. Now, the Norway maple, compared to the maple, the difference between the two trees is the Norway maple, if you were to sap it for syrup, you'd get more syrup out of the Norway maple than you would a maple tree. However, the syrup that you get from the Norway maple isn't as sweet as the maple. But the maple tree, if you tap it to syrup it, you're not going to get as much syrup. That's the difference between the two trees, but they both can be tapped for syrup, as their leaves are perfect for mulching and enriching the ground. Right? Just wanted to say that. So my naughty little tree, I don't know. Depends on how deep it's gone. I'm going to try and take it out and transplant it today. Hold on. Okay, people. Do you see these? Look at this. Okay, nothing in there. Right? Nothing in this one. Nothing in this one. Somebody just came to my doorstep in the last hour when I took Amari inside, right? And as I was inside, somebody came to my doorstep, people, and put these on my doorstep. So that when I came back outside, I'd find them. Just wanted to make a note of that. Okay, so I'm going to end this video with these things. Alright, people, because this was done just within the last, well, hour and a half now. Alright, I went inside. Honestly, you know what I think? I think my yard has been bugged with cameras as I'm being spied upon. You know, Wi-Fi, right? All you have to do is set it up and you don't have to be anywhere near it, right? Isn't that how it works? You just clip on your little camera, set it to your fucking settings, and away you go. And if you've got lots and lots and lots of money to spend, because you're a spoiled fucking brat, well, you know, it's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be an issue, right? It's game, right? Somebody's walking right up into my doorstep as my door is open and leaving like shit like this on my doorstep after they're fucking, I don't know what they're trying to do on YouTube, but right. So I'm going to document it that I do think that my yard is bugged. I do. Right? I think it's bugged with cameras, and I think it's bugged with listening devices. Only because the person who's bugging my yard and being lewd and rude and obnoxious has a disposal, you know, like a lots of money. She's spending her mother's money. That's what it is, people. She's not working. You don't hear her talk about going to work. Just buying a lot of shit, right? And geeking up people in the neighborhood to fucking stalk me. With their subliminal, what threats, right? Is that what that is? Is this a subliminal threat? Tell me. Right? Take out, what does it mean when you take out the lenses of a glasses and then leave them on somebody's doorstep so they can find them because they seen you walk into your house with the baby knowing that you would be there for a bit? That's creepy shit. Right? So that tells me that they're watching me out here with a fucking camera only because they can afford to buy it because their mummy paid for it. Well, she's got her clown girlfriends that are like puppets. She pulls on strings to go to people's houses and do shit like that. Hold on. Hey. Anyone, where am I? Anyone with a, what happened here? Anyone with a, well, anyone who has ever really worked outside I live a farmer's life, people. Okay. Anyway, they would know what it feels like to have a pair of work boots on, and then your foot's itchy underneath, inside your shoe. Oh, you have to take off your shoe just to be able to scratch your foot. So I figure I'll just have one more smoke, and then I'll get back to doing what I'm doing, and I'll show you. And I'm just going to end this video, and I'm going to put it up as is. Right? It's obvious I'm being gang stalked. Right? More than by one individual. My family has been gang stalked by this group actually for a long fucking time. I'm telling you, people, I used to have to put fucking garbage in boxes and, like, not garbage, but, you know, boxes and junk. Just a bunch of junk. Right? Just pile them up in the fucking living room. I got tired of cleaning up their garbage. You know, fucking stupidity. Right? They sit up there and talk about, oh, my mother raised me better than that. Yeah, she raised you to go to other people's places and trash them and terrorize them and fucking stalk them and all that other shit. Right? Right? Send people's houses. Send people to people's houses. Let them creep up on their houses. Right? Well, it's documented how I feel. Right? Things like this just don't show up on your doorstep. Okay? When you go inside with the baby. Right? That's what stalkers do. They sit and they watch. And they take their opportunity. Right? To do stupid shit. Right? It's kind of peaceful out here. It'll be nice once this pond is done and I can get on with doing whatever. I have to come out with the skill saw and some lumber and just brace this, right? With some 2x4s or whatever wood I'm going through the yard using up wood, right? Just to brace it, because this thing has been sitting here for 10 years. And I got it used before I moved here. I had men bring this here for me. They moved it in a big ass truck. And then my son helped me to level it out and do whatever we did. And it's been pretty faithful all these years. And Pumpkin really likes his home, right? Well, actually, she's a girl. That's what I've been told. So anyway, she really likes her home. So I'm just going to do some repairs on it, brace it up a little bit, make it a little more sturdy. And then I'm going to paint it with Andre. That's the goal. As this is all coming about. So in the next few days, I'll be putting on beams on that just to strengthen it a bit. Get some paint on it. By then, the pond will be mostly done, and then my son will help me to lay down the rubber and move the rocks around. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be pretty nice. I'm going to try and build in that little shelter for the fish, so that if for some reason a raccoon should get in there, because I am trying to make it raccoon-proof, but I don't know. I mean, I'm only using what I have around here in terms of material. Right? So I can only do so much. But if I give them a little further down, or something to go inside and hide, we should be okay. Because that would be great for the kids, right? Go feed the fish, Lammy. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, this pond has been in the making ever since they ripped up this front yard looking for that mainline pipe. And do you know, they broke that branch line pipe, people, when they were trying to fucking do whatever the fuck they did. And then as they were taking out the branch line, no, they said the branch line was broken. That's what they said. That's why they said it keeps clogging up in my sink every 9 months or whatever. Because no, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. But anyway, they broke the main line, and then because this used to be all done, and they came in with a big bulldozer and tore everything up. And I said, well, since you tore everything up, leave me a hole and I'll put in a pond. The only thing is, I went off and I did this one first. I did the little one in the front. And then, of course, got on with other things. But we're getting close to getting it almost done. That's assuming, people, that I survive. And I don't get attacked when I'm not looking. Okay? Because that's the way I interpret this. Turn my back, bitch, and you know, you're gonna get stabbed, right? Or somebody's gonna fucking hot cap me with some fentanyl in my fucking drink that I leave outside for 5 minutes because I went into my house because they're sitting there spying with fucking cameras, right? And they're creeping my yard even in the fucking daytime. Think about it, right? And they're probably recording this conversation too, only because they have Mummy Dearest's money to spend. And they're too fucking lazy to go out and get a job. As they point fingers at me. And this is more than one female. Fucking 20-year-old. 22, 23, 24, 25. Stupidity, people. Complete stupidity. And this is what YouTube promotes. This is what fucking YouTube promotes. So we'll see how long YouTube fucking lets this shit run on, right? So this is where I am at with this beautiful fern. I have two of them. One there, and I'm going to put another one there. It'll take a couple years to grow. Anyway, when I laid this stuff down, this is solid as a rock. You know, I did a little video on it. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you didn't. But I did not lay it down. I should have had it up. You can see. At least maybe 2 or 3 more inches. But for what it's worth, I can go like this. And like I said, I'm using up the old wood around the yard. Right, I'll dig that into the ground. Level them like that. You can see. Right. And then take the brick. Oh. Line it up, right, and that will, hold on a minute. Oh, no. That should work. Alright, that's what I'm doing, people. See, that works. You see? And then just right, I don't even, actually that's the right height right there, pretty much. Just take a hammer it in a bit, run your bricks, put some, see, I got all this shit in here. Here's the gravel, right, sand, whatever. I'll work on this little part and work my way. You can see what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm putting here yet. Right, but here I can run screen, black screen. I can run black screen, have rocks or whatever underneath. See, that will keep the raccoons out, right? And also, too, when my landlady comes, or if my landlord comes, right, there's a rail for them. It will be secure, right? They can hang on and not feel like they're going to fall. And they'll be like, ooh, such a nice pond. That's a nice pond. See? See? When the time comes, right, you lay down your felt. Well, first you sculpt out whatever you're doing. And then you technically should lay sand. I have sand here, so hopefully I'll have enough to spread around. And then I'm going to lay tarp. Put old carpet here to try and control the weeds, but you can see what's happening there. You lay your felt, right? And I'll do 2 layers of felt. And then you do your liner, and then you run it up. Right, this is all felted and everything. You tuck it in there, and put those on top. coming along. So you see, right? I'll move over there.